Hi, welcome to Coffee with Kim. I am Kim Bassett, your host. Are you someone that you shy away from sales? You don't think that you can sell. You're not much of a salesperson, but yet you know that's what's going to drive, money to your business, but you don't want to come across salesy? Well, today is the show for you. Today on Coffee with Kim, we will be talking with Sukhdev Sethi. Originally from Thailand and growing up in India, he and his family now call Australia home. Starting out as an IT software developer, he is now a global award-winning high-ticket sales, the first to win this award across 5 continents. Sukhdev is a trainer, speaker, mentor, and author, and his ABC approach to always be connecting empowers business owners and entrepreneurs to improve sales through his proven processes. Sukhdev, welcome to Coffee with Kim. Welcome, Sukhdev.
Hello, Kim. Thank you for having me here.
Oh my goodness. Can you believe, everyone, he is in Australia and we get to have him in the coffee house and we get to enjoy his words of wisdom today.
I'm having my coffee as well.
Yay! You will be getting a coffee mug soon. Last week I told everybody, okay, this week I'm the promo girl, and so I've got to get some coffee mugs and we'll get those sent out to everyone. We are going to eventually have an anniversary special that will bring everybody back on, and that will be a really fun experience. But today we are going to hear from the man who is a global expert in the art of selling. So Sukhdev, let's hear a little bit more about your story.
So my name is Sukhdev Sethi. I am living in Australia now, originally from Thailand, grew up in India. So I immigrated to Australia in 2006 with barely $3,000 in my pocket. That's it, no job, nothing. And across these years, I was like, I've got one dream. And that dream is to stand up for myself and give back to my family and help them retire, right? So I was in a job, I'm in IT, never done sales before, absolutely zero in sales. Along the years, I grew, and then I was like, you know what? It's time now to live my own dreams and give back. And that's when I learned sales. I focused real hard, brought my wife on the journey, and from zero sales, I went up to $1.8 million as part-time in closing sales, and I won a global award across 150 countries and became the closer of the year 2019. That's my story today.
Oh my goodness. That was so impressive. And seeing that video, right, in that sizzle reel, and as I was putting this all together, I'm like, I can't imagine the feeling that must have felt. I mean, that accomplishment of starting where you did and coming, full circle. And what kind of impact has that had for you moving forward?
The feeling of fulfillment. See, the sales is everybody has a dream, but they don't know how to sell it. So what I really help people is really monetizing their dream online. So there's a person I helped, she's in India. She's never done a selfie video online ever before. In 35 days, she now runs her own webinar. She's got live events. She's actually coming live on Zoom, and she couldn't close $2, literally $2, right, in India. In 35 days, she's closed $1,500. So that feeling of fulfillment is just amazing, from taking someone with zero confidence, not knowing how to sell, to really doing live webinars and earning money. That is what I actually love doing, and I want to continue doing that and help more and more people. And that is the power of actually the transformation that sales can bring to someone.
Oh my goodness. I know that for me, everyone here knows and have watched the show and are following me, know that I never thought I could do that. That girl that you just described, that was me. No, to do a video or a live thing, it would literally physically make me ill. I could not get on Facebook. And even sometimes now I kind of feel like a little stuck. What's one thing that you helped her to be able to get out of that?
The and this was me, even I was like this, right? I can speak well now, but if you go back and look at my YouTube videos, the old one, it was really dark. And you can, the key here, what I learned was I was not taking action because of one thing. Is I was worried about, if I make this video, what will that person say? What will that person say? What will that person? I was just worried about everything. So if I just listen to my heart, my dream, it's my dream. If I listen to someone else, I'm giving up my dream. I'm living someone else's dream. So I would actually encourage that. Don't worry about what people say. People will, there's always someone who will say something or the other. That's what I realized. And I just did it. And eventually people will ignore you first, then they will hate you, they will laugh at you, and then they will ask you, hey, tell me, how do you do it? So it's normal. So that's what I actually encouraged one of my clients as well. Just keep doing it. You know, it's more of, what will other people say? You tell me, if you live your dreams and you are successful, would you like people to ask you how to do it so you can help them?
Yeah. That,
So
I
just
mean, it's my biggest thing is, my philosophy in life are three things: serve others, right? Love what you do, and provide value. And
perfect.
and everything that I do, that is my pure focus of what I measure everything against. Is that those one of those three things, or all three things?
That's perfect. And everybody here, when they're trying to create a business or trying, like yourself as well, you're there to help someone. If you don't take your hand out first and show that, hey, this is what I can do, how will people know you're there for them? Right?
Hmm.
So if you care about someone else, means you're doing a disservice. So that's what I spoke to my client and said, don't care. If you really genuinely want to help someone, you got to let your hand take your hand out, show the world what you are, what you are made of, what you are worthy of, and people will come to you. And that's what brought her from like really behind the cameras to in front, and now actually monetizing, and she's loving it, and I'm feeling great as well. So yeah.
One of the things that helped me the most in getting to know you is one of the things that you stand for many things. Everyone, if you go out to YouTube, you're going to see dozens of videos from this man. He just talked about it. And one of the videos that stood out the most to me was on clarity. And talk a little bit about clarity, because I think you sum this up so beautifully.
See, the thing about people search for, I want to create a business, I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. They've got this feeling inside that I want to do something, but I don't know what to do. Or, hey, I got all these ideas, I don't know which one to choose. And that's what people get confused about. They don't know where to start. And here's the key, right? The start is what stops a lot of people. And the key here is, how do you actually get started? So the question I ask myself is, what is the number one problem I love to solve? You know, it's not what I want to do, it's what's the problem I want to solve. Fall in love with the problem you're solving, and you will actually find yourself just keep going and going and going. It's like when I was working in a job, in my IT job, and I was programming, I was like, there's this one problem, I want to fix it, I don't know how to fix it. And I'll just work day and night, and I'm in the train coming back home, and I'm thinking about it, sleeping, I'm dreaming about it. It's like it's always on my mind. It didn't feel like work. And then next day I find a solution. So that problem that you love solving, you know what you love solving. If you stick with that problem and you keep going with it, the clarity will start coming out. Oh, this is the problem, this person also has, this person also have. Okay, I like solving this group more. Let me take the who and the what problem, bundle it together, and let me now find a solution. So I think that clarity will come. The first key is fall in love with the problem you want to solve, and then the other things will fall in place.
You know what? I've heard a lot of, I have taken courses, I've talked, I've had different mentors, but what you said there, I think is one of the most profound. It's simple, doesn't mean it's easy, but it's simple what you just said. And we get in our own ways, I believe, right? And
Mhm.
taking that action. When I was trying to solve one of my problems, I kept just I just kind of sat in it, and it just kind of gets jumbled and murky, and you don't do anything, right? And so when I started actually just doing it, even creating this show, I literally, everyone knows, I've talked about it, it came from a dream. And I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. And I had people say, you're crazy. Don't do that, right? Slow down. Don't, but taking action, it's scary, right?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah. So,
So I'll share one more story. This might be a bit more relatable to people who have kids as well. So I've got two daughters, 4 and 6, and my 6-year-old, bit of a speech delay. And we were not too worried about it. But when time goes by, people asking, and then she's going in school, and we were like, okay, what do we need to do? So we didn't know exactly how to solve the problem. Maybe there's a problem with the year. We checked, everything was fine, so we were not clear on how to solve that problem. But my wife and I said, we need to fix that. We fell in love with, we got obsessed with the problem. And sort of, I'm closing sales every day at home, so I'm wearing my AirPods and I'm walking around and I'm just closing. And by just seeing that, my daughter looks at me and thinks it's a game, and she's like, can I play this game as well? And she calls it public talking. I was like, okay. So I make her go. I go there and I tell her everything what I do for the day. It went on for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, and then by a week it became a game. She's like, I want to play this game every day. And it became between father and daughter, called public talking. And because we just did that, and she was, how old was she? She's 6 now. This was when she was about 3.5, right? She could go in front and she could tell me for 15 seconds to 30 seconds what she did the whole day. And just by doing
wow.
that, her speech became better. The connection between us became better. And my younger daughter, she was 1.5 at that time, she also started playing. And by 1.5 to, she could tell me, stand in front, what she did the whole day for 15 to 30 seconds. And now we've been doing that for the last 2 years, virtually every second day. And her speech is fine. She doesn't have speech delays. So the story here is, we were really clear that we want to solve that problem, and it was for our daughter. We put that together, and then by just doing little every day, we found the clarity that through that game we can fix the problem, and that's how we fixed it. And she's fine now.
I love that you brought children into this, right? Because a lot of our viewers, we have lots that are moms, mompreneurs, and I'm discovering the same thing. I have 6 children, but that was a while ago, right? My youngest is 20, and now I've been here living with my youngest, or my oldest granddaughter. She's 2.5, and making those games out of it, right? And I think as adults, that we can practice, we can make games out of things, and we lose that childlike, you know, like make believe, doing something, right? But we see other people do it because we're the adults. We sometimes get kind of caught up in all the minutia of where we're
Mm,
at, our day, the stresses that we have. But coming back and making it a game, I mean, being with her has been the greatest gift because it's created a childlike part of me again.
yeah.
So,
And gaming or gamify, businesses are using that as well. So how do they actually attract their clients? How do they actually sell more? Is through gamify now, because sales is about connection, right? So like what I did with my daughter, businesses are doing that for their clients as well, their customers, their clients. They're incorporating gamify, like little vouchers, collect stamps, collect 6 stamps, you get an award. That's all part of making it feel like a game. And that's the key. It's entertaining. And that's what attracts people. If you're entertaining, we'll keep attracting them. And the relationship deepens because of that entertainment. And people just sort of convert to your clients. Yeah.
oh my wow. So how do you help the business owner who is scared to death of sales? I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to push my stuff, but yet you need that for your livelihood, right? So how do you use those concepts, and can you share any stories about that you've found success with?
Yep. So I'll talk a little bit about myself as well. I'm not from a sales background. I'm from an IT programming background. So I talk really well with a computer. Okay. So I had to switch from talking to a computer to talking to a live person. So I'll talk about that journey. So I had this dream, right, that I want to actually create my own business because I wanted to retire my parents. I wanted my children to sort of get values from their grandparents. So that was really my why, my purpose. So what I found is that that's my dream. But if I am not able to sell my dream, right, to myself, I'm not going to actually take action. So I connected with myself. How strong is my dream, right, to myself? That's the first step of selling. A lot of times we are looking at what we want to do and we are like, I don't think so. I can do this. I don't want to do this. This is what we speak to ourselves. What we speak to ourselves is what we are selling to ourselves. That is sales. And then we create this mindset that I can't do it. So I had to come out of that mindset. I started talking to myself, you know what, I've got this, I can do this. Sales is a learnable skill. In fact, when I'm playing with my daughter and my kids, that is all negotiation. My kids can negotiate better than me. I'm like, oh, how can they do that? I want to learn that. So I started using it at home. And my wife, like, we're going out for dinner, we're negotiating. She'll give me a long list of things. I say anything you want, anything you want, anything you want, and then I still don't win the conversation. That's sales, right? So I was like, okay, I can do this. It's just that I need to take it into a business context now. How do I make it happen in a business context? So first thing is talking to myself that I'm possible, I can do that. The second part is just the relationship with money. The key here is a lot of times, we've grown up hearing that money is the root of all evil. We've heard that. I've heard it.
Oh, absolutely.
And the key here is I thought to myself, like, it's not money is the root of all evil. If you look at people who've got money, they are philanthropists, they're giving, they're so generous. But people who don't have money, they're stealing, they're doing all sorts of crime. So I sort of twisted the word. I said, lack of money is the root of all evil. I don't want to be evil. So I need to make money. And because I have a business that I want to help others, if I am not able to sell this dream or this business and get clients, how am I going to help that person succeed? If I cannot help that person succeed, how is that person going to make more money? And if that person does not make more money and succeed, they're going to be lack of money is the root of all evil. So if I don't sell what I have to make them successful, I am doing them a disservice. So I change this belief in my mind that if I have to help someone, I need to be able to sell my services. Because when you give something for free, people don't value it. They might value it for 1 2 days and then they're like, oh, let me get another free stuff. People take action when they invest in something. So this is the phrase I like to say, right? When people pay for something, they pay attention. And when they pay attention, they learn the skill. And when they learn the skill, they get the results. So that's what I would actually encourage you to do. If you've got a business, if you're starting a business and you're feeling that I don't like sales, it's not that you don't like sales, it's you're not willing to help someone. That's what it means. So to help someone, you got to embrace sales, because to get someone to be your client, to help someone, you got to sell who you are, what you offer to them. So sales is spiritual. Sales is generous, because when you help someone, you've got this great feeling of fulfillment. So selling is serving. That's what I would like to leave you with.
Oh my gosh, selling is serving. What
Yeah.
a beautiful quote. And oh my goodness. I hope everyone is watching this. If you haven't, by the first few minutes, get out a piece of paper and pen, go back and rewatch this, because you are going to want to take all of these notes, because I know that is something that I'm going to do. There are so many important points that you have brought out, Sukhdev, and that is going to impact anyone that owns a business. And you don't even have to own a business. If you work for a company, these are things that can be used in life, in your family, right? You said you started practicing and recognizing some of this within your own family, right?
Yep. Absolutely, yes.
Oh my goodness, wow.
And it works in a job as well. It's like I was in a 9 to 5 job. You're negotiating with your team members, you've got your bosses, you're trying to negotiate something. If you're doing a project, you got to negotiate the deadlines. That is, everything is selling. Everything you are doing is, right now I'm talking to you, the way I'm thinking, how do I make it clear and so you understand, that is part of sales. We are selling every moment. We're
We
selling
really are.
everything, because
And
selling is basically communication.
it is, and it's, and I've had people on here with negotiation. I've had people on here for networking and connection. And I think if you've watched these shows, there is a connection, and that's connection,
Yes.
right? At the end of the day, it's about the relationship. And people are like, well, we're online. I can't do it face to face, right? I'm very kinesthetic. I like to hug people. I like to be in person with them. But creating the shows, I know for a fact, as you've experienced as well, because I watch your videos, some of those videos, I really feel like you're right there talking to me. And that's what I want. You are a giver, giver, giver. You give all the time. Anybody go to his YouTube channel. There's lots there. But is there another way people can work with you? And how do you like to work with people, Sukhdev?
So look, you can email me at founder@wealthoncommand.com, and just put in the subject line "Coffee with Kim," so I know that they've come from your channel. And yeah, happy to help. And this is the way you can. That's my email address: founder@wealthoncommand.com. I'll tell you the story about the name some other day. But
Oh, we have a few minutes. Is it going to take? Let's hear it.
So the name Wealth on Command, I've come up with this name. It's the name of my company. It's This is how I feel, right? Is everybody has a dream. What are you serving someone? Let's say, so first of all, wealth is not just money. Wealth, like you say, health is wealth. Time with family is wealth, right? Time with myself, that is wealth. Some people are more on the spiritual, that is wealth. Whatever you feel fulfilled, that is wealth for you. Now, the key here is, if you are someone, let's say you are someone in health, and you love health, right? You want to help more people create a better health. But if you cannot sell your health services to them, your wealth will not be transferred to them. But if you're able to generate more people to learn about health services that you have offered, that's wealth for you, and you can create wealth for others. And that is what I call wealth on command, by learning how to actually persuade and sell your services to others. So that's how I came with the name Wealth on Command.
I love it. And that's that clarity piece, right? That
Yep.
you are so passionate about. So we have the clarity, we have the wealth piece. I thank you so much. Is there anything you would like to share with the audience as we wrap up here?
So the key part here is, I want you to remember this, right? Even I started from zero sales. You know, you've got it in you. Whatever you have that you want to actually offer the world, it is your duty, your moral obligation to really sell it to someone. Now, when I say sell, yes, we spoke about its connection, but there's one thing that I would encourage you to do. It's not just about, hey, we really connect very well. It's really asking, would you like to invest in yourself? Come on the journey. That call to action is where majority of the people fail to actually ask for, let's invest, come invest so I can help you. So I would like to leave you with one thing. If you are not sure how to sell, just practice this one line: call to action. Ask someone to, hey, would you like to take action? Let's take action. You will feel internally how you think about your products, your services, and it will come out very naturally to you to invest, to allow someone to invest in you. So remember this: call to action is the key to onboarding your clients.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Sukhdev, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on here.
Thank you.
Hey, everyone. Call to action. All right. We're ending this at a call to action. So I'm going to do a call to action, just like Sukhdev has shared with us. So go to the YouTube channels, check Sukhdev out. Go to Coffee with Kim Live and select subscribe. And go down through all the different people we've had. I think that Sukhdevs are 16th or 17th possible interview. Choose, select your favorite ones. All right, because I am putting together in the next month a big package worth of lots of fun things for the person that has the most likes. So I will go into this a little bit more detail, but go to at least subscribe to Coffee with Kim Live and go to Sukhdev and subscribe to his YouTube channel as well. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us on Coffee with Kim. I'm Kim Bassett, your host, and it is such an honor to serve you.